Hello everyone, it's Cherie. Welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying their summer break. So today I'm going to be making some patch pages, and I recently went through my vintage magazines and I was just kind of looking at the ads and decided that I wanted to go ahead and pull some out and use them. So I don't think I've ever made patch pages with vintage ads before, but I wanted to give it a go. Just, use them in a different way than what you typically would. So I picked out a couple, and I was kind of feeling kitchen-y, I guess, foodie. So I chose these two, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim them down. And I think that that first one there was from like a 1950s magazine, and this one I believe was from like a 60s. And it's just obviously a little VA ad. But I like the illustrations. I love the illustrations in the vintage magazines. They're just so different and pretty and neat, and represent a time that is past. And so I don't know, I was just looking at them and they just kind of motivated me to make some patch pages with them. And it's always fun to use scraps, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim them down. And I was thinking I would go ahead and back them with some ledger paper, but I ended up changing my mind and decided that I would work on them first before I did that, because I wasn't sure if I was going to, what exactly I was going to do, because they are quite thin and brittle. So I have these two here, and I'm going to go ahead and just pull out my little envelope of scraps. These are just scraps from, working in my book and making journals, and I'll take them and cut them down and stick them in my little envelope so that they're out of the way, but they're right within arm's reach to use. So I'm just going to go on through them and sorting them out and just trying to decide which ones will go with each ad. So I'm just going to make a little pile to work with, and I always pull out way more than I need, but that's just how it goes sometimes. And I really like both of the ads, but I think the one on the right, well, I don't know. I really don't know which one I like better. I like them both. And I wasn't sure, if I was going to go ahead and make it like a double page or just a single page, but it does end up being a double page. So I'm just going to trim some of these pieces down. And if you've never done this before, patched pages together, you should try it out, because it is a really awesome way to use up your scraps, and your pages look very different and unique and interesting, and it's a lot of fun to do. Usually if I am stuck, I will try to just patch some pages together if I don't know what direction I want to go in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm basically just looking at the colors of my ad and taking little bits and pieces and trying to figure out, which ones look good where. And I really liked that yellow paper there on the left. I really wanted to use it for this ad, but I don't know if it makes it or not. I really tried though, because it's one of my favorite papers. So if you've never tried it, you should give it a go. I've done it with just scrapbook papers. I've done it with ledger paper and book pages, or random vintage ephemera, receipts, that kind of thing. And it just gives your pages such an interesting look. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my glue stick for now, and then I will I'll stitch them all together. But just to kind of tack it down, I use my glue stick, and then when you're doing it, you kind of have to decide which scrap you want to be on top and which one you want to be on bottom. And I just kind of am working out from the ad itself, and then I will just kind of trim it down to be the size that I need or want it to be. And sometimes I'll do my pages a little bit smaller than my actual journal. You can do them in all different sizes. So I do like how this looks, and I do try to pay attention to the back side as well. I try to make it flow together nicely, unless I am planning on, covering it up or something like that. But I like these because, like I said, it does give you like an interesting look to your page, but it also makes it less bulky, if that makes any sense. Like if I am going to patch something together, a lot of the times, or a lot of people will have a page and then like collage on top of that page, so you have multiple layers. And then with these, you only have one layer. So I do like that. I mean, sometimes, I will collage on top of areas that need to be collaged on, but I try not to do that if I can, just because I don't want to add a lot of bulk to the page. Because when I am working in a journal or making a journal, I'm always thinking about the bulk, because I personally will bulk up my journal, so I don't want to add bulk while I'm making my journal, if that makes sense. So I like how this looks, and like I said, I really wasn't sure what I was going to do on the back side just yet, or if I was even going to make it 2 pages, because I will do it where it's just a single page and then just like tip it in on a page in a journal, or while I'm working in it in my journal, I'll use it like a half page, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I'm just building up on this ad, and then I just trim it down to the size that I need, and I think it was like 6 by 8.5 or something like that is what I was using. But you can make it a little bit wider so that you can score it to add the other half of your page. So that's the first one. And then this one, I love this ad too, or this illustration here. Let's see. And I'm just going to do basically the same thing. I'm just going to take my glue stick and work out from my ad. It can be a little tricky though, trying to keep things straight. Sometimes they go a little wonky, but it still looks good. Doesn't bother me too much. And I will say that the first time that I really saw someone like patch pages together, I guess, like this, or similar to this, was Sheila Toro on YouTube. She's got some videos. She's really inspiring. I love her. So y'all can check her out if you want. I just love that ad so much. It's just so pretty. I really wanted to try to throw in some blue, but in this one, but because of her dress, you know. But I don't think I was able to make it happen. But you can see I'm just kind of fiddling around and trying to decide what goes and what looks nice together. So I finally make a decision. And these little pages, they do take me a little while to make, just because I'm slow with everything. But I do really enjoy the process of it all. And watching it makes me want to make some more. And it's a good way to use up, like I said, you know, your ads that you get, or your book pages, your receipts, anything. Your scrap papers, obviously. So I'm just gonna leave you to it, and I'll be back in a little bit. So now I'm going to go ahead and just stitch around where I've put my glue at. And I have done these without stitching before. I've used art glitter glue, and that seems to hold up pretty well with doing patch pages. And here you can see I stitched them all down. I think I used red thread. At least I know I did on the left one. I'm not sure if I did on the right one. So now I have the back side, and I have to decide what I'm going to do for that. And because like I said, the illustration is very brittle, I didn't want to just leave it be, because it is brittle and I didn't want it to rip. So I'm just trying to decide what exactly I want to do. I was thinking I could put some ledger down and kind of make it a writing space. And then I went ahead and pulled out these vintage stationery pieces that I have. And I thought, well, I'll just make it a pocket. I'll just put these on the back and make it a pocket. But I am going to go ahead and reinforce the back of that ad. Just because it is brittle, and if you're, you know, going to put stuff in and out of a pocket, you don't want your page to rip. And I just chose, I think they're bees. Yeah, I felt like they went well. So now I'm going to go ahead and I have a piece of tea-dyed paper, and I just scored it and then cut it down so that I can use it as a hinge, I guess. And this is something that I don't normally do. Usually I will go ahead and extend my paper and then score my paper. But I'm trying to do something a little different than my norm. So there's my page. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down with some art glitter glue. No, I don't think I stitched it because I didn't want to mess up, you know, my patch page. So I do like how that looks. So I've got a nice little ad on the front, and I've got a little pocket on the back to journal on. And obviously, you can still journal on the ad part too. You can write on the scrapbooking papers if you wanted, or, you know, decorate it up. And so I'm just going to do the same thing to this one. Now I do stitch the actual page in that tea-dyed paper there, that hinge part. I will stitch that down. So these are technically half pages. So you can add to that other half, or you could use it to tip it in. So that pretty much wraps it up. I'm just going to go ahead and glue that other one down. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which one you like better. You like the one with the V8 ad, or the one with the lady in the kitchen? And yeah, I hope you like this video, and I hope y'all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.